If you are trying to calm your nervous system, regulate your nervous system, this new perspective might be very supportive for you. I was a personal trainer for quite a few years, so a lot of the intuitive messages that I receive and a lot of ways that I explain things are attached to what I know when it comes to like fitness and health. So the message that just came through for me is that a weak muscle is a tight muscle. So if in your body you stop moving, you stop strengthening, you stop working certain muscles, they actually become really, really tight to protect you. And your cells are always listening to the things that you're telling yourself, your unconscious thoughts, your personality, and it responds in your body that way. So if we look at this from a perspective of the nervous system, so the nervous system is always trying to protect you. It's always trying to keep you safe. And if you are in survival mode, it means that, you're in fear, or let's just say you are in a very disempowered state. And so with that comes like a lot of thoughts, a lot of behaviors, a lot of unconscious thoughts, personality traits that are coming from a very disempowered state. And when you're in that disempowered state, your cells are listening to the things that you're saying to yourself consciously and unconsciously, and it's actually activating your nervous system. So the analogy of a tight muscle is a weak muscle. The muscle that is weak right now is being in your power, your inner strength, your confidence. And so, of course, if that muscle of that behavior, those thoughts, and so if that muscle is weak, your cells are listening to that. And of course, your nervous system would be overactive. It would be trying to protect yourself because it's seeing everything in your life and everything in your environment as a threat. So here's the kicker. Now, if you have a muscle that's weak, right? You're not just going to try to stretch it and calm it down and be like, you're okay, you are safe, or do breath work or like meditation to try to strengthen it. You're actually going to put some resistance on it to strengthen that muscle, correct? Well, this goes the same as with your nervous system. So if you're in survival mode, instead of you doing all these things to try to regulate your emotions, regulate your nervous system, instead going inward and starting to strengthen the part of you that is already strong, that is already empowered, that is already confident, that is already courageous. Because this is your innate, your true authentic way of being, you just need to start to connect with that. So you can almost think of it as like, okay, let's just say my core has become weak and my hip flexors are really tight because my core has become weak. Well, I'm going to start to strengthen my core instead of trying to stretch my hip flexors because they are compensating. We would then do the same thing with our inner strength and our power. You would start to find the exercises, find the movements that strengthen your inner strength, your personal power, your confidence, your courageousness, your trust in yourself. And when you find those tools to connect with yourself, the part of you that is already strong and powerful, you can actually pair physical movement, resistance training with that to really lock it into your body. It is a very powerful thing to do, and I tell you, learning this and bringing those pieces together as being a personal trainer with some spiritual flair has literally been life-changing for me. And reach out if you have any questions. I have a program that teaches you how to do that. And just remember, you are already strong and powerful and confident and courageous. You just need to connect with those parts of yourself more regularly to build that muscle. And then your nervous system will start to calm down and relax because it doesn't need to protect you anymore because you are in your power. Sending you lots of love.